Rose made her decision. The next few minutes felt like a nightmare. Rose closed her eyes, willing herself to disconnect from her body, to pretend this wasn't happening. The dog was enjoying Rose. When it was over, she felt numb. Chief handed her an envelope filled with cash. "You did well," he said, smiling. Ngozi hugged her. "You are rich now, babe. Welcome to the good life." But as they left the mansion, Rose didn't feel rich. She felt empty, like a part of her soul had been ripped away. That night, she couldn't sleep. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw the dog's eyes staring back at her. She tried to convince herself it was worth it, that the money would solve all her problems. But deep down, she knew nothing would ever be the same again. The next morning, her phone buzzed with a message from Ngozi. "You are trending." Rose's blood ran cold. She opened the link Ngozi had sent and saw a video. It was her in the room with the dog. Someone had recorded everything. Rose's world collapsed the moment she saw the video. Her trembling fingers barely held the phone as she replayed the clip, hoping it wasn't real. But there it was, her face, her actions, and her shape for the world to see. Tears blurred her vision. "Ngozi, what is this?" she screamed over the phone. Ngozi's voice was calm, almost cold. "Relax, babe. It's probably nothing. Chief must have leaked it. Don't worry. It will die down." "Die down?" His voice cracked. "Everyone will know. My family, my co-workers. How can I live like this?" Ngozi sighed. "Listen, people forget these things. Just stay off social media for a while." But Rose knew better. Lagos was a city of gossip, and the internet never forgot. By noon, her phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Friends, co-workers, and even strangers sent her the video, accompanied by messages of disgust. Some called her vile names, others mocked her, and a few even made jokes about Rose, the dog girl. When her boss called, she knew what was coming. "We can't have someone like you working here," he said blatantly. "You are fired." Humiliated and broken, Rose packed her belongings and went home, only to find a crowd of neighbors gathered outside her building. They whispered and pointed as she approached. "Rose, how could you?" One woman spat, her voice dripping with judgment. "You have brought shame to all of us," another yelled. Rose didn't have the strength to argue. She locked herself in her room, sobbing uncontrollably. The money Chief gave her sat untouchable on the table. It no longer felt like a reward. It was a curse. She thought about sending it back. But what would it change? The damage was done. Days turned into weeks, and Rose's life spiraled further out of control. Her family back in the village disowned her after the news reached them. Her younger brother called her once to say, "You have disgraced us. Don't ever come back." Ngozi, the one person Rose thought she could rely on, stopped answering her calls. Rose was alone, drowning in a sea of shame and regret. Then, one evening, as she strolled aimlessly through her phone, she received a message from an unknown number. Meet me at the bridge tomorrow night, 8 p.m. sharp. At first, she thought it was a cruel prank, but something about the message intrigued her. Desperate for answers, she decided to go. When she arrived, a shadowy figure stepped out from darkness. It was Ngozi. "You set me up," Rose said, her voice trembling with anger. Ngozi didn't deny it. It wasn't supposed to go this far. Chief promised the video wouldn't get out, but he lied. Rose clenched her fist. "You knew what he was capable of, and you still dragged me into this." Ngozi sighed. "Do you think I wanted this for you? I thought you were strong enough to handle it. This is how the game works. You wanted money, didn't you?" "No amount of money is worth this," Rose said, tears streaming down her face. Ngozi hesitated, then reached into her bag and handed Rose another envelope. "Here, take this. It is everything Chief gave me to bring you. I didn't want it anymore." Rose stared at the envelope, then threw it on the ground. "I don't need your dirty money." As Ngozi walked away, Rose realized how far she had fallen. She wouldn't blame anyone else for her choices. Not Ngozi, not Chief. She had made the decision herself. Months passed, and Rose slowly began to rebuild her life. She moved to a new city, far away from the whispers and judgment. With the little savings she had left, she started a small business selling clothes in the market. Though the scars of her past lingered, Rose learned to live with them. She avoided social media, focused on her work, and kept to herself. One day, a young girl approached her stall. "Auntie, can you help me? I'm new in the city and I don't know anyone." Rose looked at the girl, seeing a reflection of her younger self, naive, desperate, and vulnerable. She smiled gently and said, "Let me tell you something. No matter how hard life gets you, never let anyone push you into doing something you'll regret." The girl nodded, and Rose handed her some food and money. It wasn't much, but it was enough to help. Though she couldn't change her past, Rose vowed to use her experiences to guide others. Life might have been broken, but from the pieces, she built something stronger. And this time, she was determined to never let anyone take it away.